Welcome to Epistemics 23, an enlightening news series organized by the Science Association of Warwick University. Today we have the privilege of engaging in a stimulating conversation with a distinguished guest, a statistics professor who is representing the esteemed Stats Department of Colombo University, whose career has been frequently intertwined in the realm of statistics and academia. Our guest has made significant contributions to the statistics field and imparting knowledge to the next generation of scientific minds. We eagerly anticipate for an insightful discussion on the fascinating intersection of stats and academia. So let's get into the statistics department and meet Dr.DIlhari Attygalle. Good afternoon, Dr.DIlhari Attygalle.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining with us today. Could you start by telling our audience a bit about your professional background and expertise?
Okay, so I'm a senior lecturer attached to the Department of Statistics. And I've also been head of statistics department since from 2010 to 2018, 8 years, but currently I'm not the head of the department. So I've been attached to the department for many years. So basically my role is lecturing undergraduates and postgraduates, and also doing research with PhD students. We also get involved in certain consultancy work with the industry, and also do collaborative research with the industry, other ministries, and even with foreign universities. So that's basically it.
That's impressive, Doctor. Could you please tell us about some of the challenges that you had to face to come to this position?
Yeah, luckily I had no challenges, basically. Because it depends on who you are, I think. And my time during so many years ago, life wasn't this competitive, and it wasn't this, there was no big competition. And I took my progress quite slow. I did my PhD quite late, but it didn't matter. I didn't mind it, and it didn't matter. So, yeah, as working as a senior lecturer.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, madam. So now can you explain us about the department, how inside the department works, and about its legacy?
Okay, so Department of Statistics is actually formed in 2001. As a department, it's quite young. However, we were Department of Statistics and Computer Science, attached to the Faculty of Science, since 1985. Even before that, statistics was taught to students, but under the mathematics department as a unit. So in 1985, the statistics unit and the computer science unit, they formed the department. And then in 2001, the two departments separated, and we remained as a separate department in the Faculty of Science. So statistics has a long history, but as a department, it's the youngest department in the Faculty of Science. That was in 2001.
Obviously, madam, you have worked in this university for a quite long time.
Yes.
Can you please share some of the most iconic moments and some of the experience that you found during this time period?
Iconic. Okay, so I joined the department as an assistant lecturer in 1988, soon after I graduated. And that was, that era was so bad. The universities were closed for 3.5 years. That was I think that would have actually changed our lives. I don't know how I would be and what would I have been if that 3.5 years was not lost, but no regrets. So that was a difficult time for all of us. Then in 1990, we started the university, and as a young lecturer, I had to go and teach students who were 2 years junior to me. So that was a bit of a challenge at the time. Other than that, things were not that bad. In the Faculty of Science, work is smooth. There is a structure we all follow as a Faculty of Science. And there were no long-term strikes or anything, so work had been going on smoothly. Yeah, no big challenges, I should say.
Okay, madam. Could you briefly describe some of the most significant research findings or projects that have been done under this department?
Okay, so as a young department, we had to focus on developing new programs in the department for the newcomers, for A-level students. So we had to think of various other new programs, develop our programs, because we didn't have much staff at the time, because we were separated as a new department and we were just developing. We didn't have equipment, we didn't have space. We just occupied in a small area in the University of Colombo School of Computing. So we had a lot of challenges at that time as a department. However, in 2011, we decided, okay, let's start doing some research work in little groups. And then we got PhD students on board. We applied for university research grants, and we slowly started that section also. Compared to other departments, I think we are a bit on the low side with research, because we were, trying to develop the department as opposed to doing personal research. So I also, at the time, I also applied for a University of Colombo grant, energy-related research grant, where I had 2 PhD students in the project working as students. They've now graduated, and so likewise there were other staff members also having their little research groups working on research. So it's still continuing slowly, and currently I'm I'm in a team where we got a UN grant for collaborative research, not totally from statistics, but jointly with environmental science, zoology, medical health, everybody. So we are a big team, and we won this competitive grant. It's called BioBridge Initiative Grant from UN. So right now we're working on that.
And doctor, what are the facilities that provided by the statistics department on this matter?
Okay, so with regard to programs, as I said before, there are two paths that you can get into the Faculty of Science and do statistics as a subject. Okay, one is physical science, one is the industrial statistics and the financial mathematics program that is conducted by us and the mathematics department. Okay. So once you enter into those programs, the first 2 years you will get be getting a basic knowledge in stats, mathematics, computer science and stuff like that. And then after the second year, there are several honors degree programs that you may get into, right? Of course, you have to achieve certain mark to get into those programs. So statistics department has offers 2 honors degree programs for the industrial statistics and financial mathematics, that intake. They have other honors degrees as well, but we offer industrial statistics honors degree, and they also have a degree called applied statistics honors degree, which is an industry oriented honors degree. So these are, I'm talking about 4-year degree programs. Then for physical sciences, we offer statistics honors degree in data science. So those are the 2, and also the same applied statistics honors degree for physical sciences also. So if you want to do data science, specialize in data science, you have to apply, come through the physical science stream. Okay. So these are the internal programs we have. We just started the external degree program. That's called BSc in Applied Data Analytics. It's a 3-year degree program which is conducted during weekends, mostly online. And so people, I think a lot of students, I was in the interview panel as well, so a lot of maybe matured students, matured people who are working can do this, right? It's not it's a weekend kind of a course. So we are about to start that as well, and we felt there was a big demand for that, because some of the students who have been able to get into private universities in Sri Lanka, they wanted to do this in parallel to their degree. So because they found it good to do this course because it's University of Colombo. So those are the graduate level, like undergraduate level, bachelor's. We also have 2 master's programs. One is MSc in Applied Statistics, the other one is MSc in Actuarial Science. And the MSc in Actuarial Science is conducted every 2 years, whereas MSc Applied Statistics, we conduct it annually. That's also part-time, conducted during weekends. So the actuarial science, we actually recently got it accredited, which means professional qualifications also can be gotten through the program. So lots have taken place within the last 20 years, even though we started late. So because of the work and the efforts that we have taken to develop the field statistics and data science, that's how we got this building, right? So we had to apply because we didn't have space or anything. So we had to apply for a kind of a project grant, and we got this building.
Okay, doctor. How do students get involved in research work and problem-solving experience?
Okay, so our curriculum, we had a curriculum revision in 2015, where we converted all our courses into student-centered learning mode. Okay, so almost all the courses have at least a small component where students get practical experience to handle data. Basically, that's what is needed when you get out if you do stats. Also, we have very strong linkages with industries. So many data science related industries are in contact with us, and we collaboratively do projects. There are some courses where we focus 100% on solving actual problems, and some of them are actual industry related problems. So the industry people come here, give the problem to the students, and then the students give a solution to so the industry acts as a client and the students are doing the research work. So that kind of effect is now incorporated into our curriculum. Two things happen. Students get an exposure, and also the industry gets to know our students better, and they kind of pick and then they absorb them into their industry later on. Then all honors degree final year students do a 1 year long research project under the supervision of our staff. There are certain staff members from abroad also give problems, and each one of them do this research component, research degree, which is worth 8 credits actually. That's quite a lot. So throughout the year, they work on the project under a supervisor, 1 or 2 supervisors, and then they have to submit a research dissertation. They have to go through a rigorous viva process where they get the exposure to talk about their research and defend their work. And also, most of them, they do publish their work in accepted journals as well. So that's I think the first place they do proper research, but from year 1 they are kind of directed and geared towards doing that research to various other programs and courses.
Okay, doctor. Nowadays, a problem that aerial students that are studying in a science section actually face is that they assume that they think they don't have a normal career or a path or an option if they didn't get into a medical faculty or engineering faculty. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think you should worry about that, because unlike 20 years ago, there are a lot of avenues that students could explore. During our time, there weren't any private universities even in Sri Lanka, so we didn't have any option other than falling into these traditional pathways. And mind you, there are students, quite a number of students each year, joining the Faculty of Science, even though they have been selected for engineering in Katubadda. Right, rank 1, 2 students also came here because there are lots of opportunities in the sciences that you may do. I think same with biological sciences. Even though people think you have to be a medical doctor or an engineer by default. There are lots of science students who have graduated from our faculty who are doing marvelously well, much better than probably the others. So it all depends on how you take it, and just do your best in whatever you do, and I think you can pursue. There are lots of opportunities, even in biological sciences. Unlike in our time, there were very rigid streams once upon a time, but now there are so many.